It's a startling fact. More than a third of Americans over 50 live with the daily struggle of joint pain, poor balance, or a simple lack of strength in their lower body. And that number, it stopped me in my tracks, not because it's surprising, but because this reality is so common, and yet so preventable. A few weeks ago, I stumbled upon a peculiar squat variation from Japan. My thumb was about to flick past it. Just another squat, I thought, but something made me pause. This was different. There was no jumping, no heavy weights. It was slow, grounded, deliberate. They called it the Sumo Squat. After just 10 days, practicing for only a few minutes a day, the changes were undeniable. My balance felt more certain. Standing up from a chair was no longer a struggle. My hips felt unlocked and my knees stopped protesting every time I faced a flight of stairs. It was then I realized that this simple movement might just be one of Japan's most profound yet best-kept secrets for a long and vibrant life. In the moments to come, we'll explore what makes the sumo squat so powerful, especially for those of us 50 and beyond. You'll discover 5 surprising benefits that go far beyond just stronger legs. So, stay with me, because you might just find your new daily ritual for strength, stability, and even a sharper mind. And before we begin, I'd love to know who I'm speaking with. Please say hello and share where you're watching from in the comments below. We truly love hearing from you. 1. It reawakens the muscles that aging silently puts to sleep. Most people over 50 don't even realize this is happening. Your body quietly begins to deactivate muscles you don't use regularly, not because you're lazy, but because that's the nature of aging. This process has a name: sarcopenia, or age-related muscle loss. It begins as early as your 30s and accelerates with each passing decade. The first muscles to go are often the inner thighs, the glutes, and the deep hip stabilizers, the very ones you need to stand, sit, maintain your balance, and get out of the car without groaning. Our modern lifestyle doesn't help. We sit in chairs with ample back support. We walk short distances. The soft couches, the convenient handrails, the elevators. While comfortable, these modern amenities slowly conspire to make us weaker. This is where the sumo squat makes its entrance. Unlike a typical squat with a narrow stance, this Japanese variation opens the hips wide, forcing those underused muscles to fire once more. Your body is forced to respond, as if to say, "Wait, what is this?" Suddenly, muscle fibers that have lain dormant for years begin to stir. The wide stance, feet beyond shoulder width, toes turned slightly out, specifically targets your adductors, glutes, and inner thighs, all of which are critical for balance and everyday movement. These are not vanity muscles, they are your anti-fall muscles. And here's the wonderful side effect. When these muscles re-engage, your knees and lower back feel less pressure because your body is now distributing your weight more evenly. If you've ever felt wobbly standing up from a chair or stepping off a curb, this might be the reason why. And this one simple move could be the rewiring tool your body has been waiting for. And this is just the beginning. In our next point, I'll reveal how the sumo squat can train your body to prevent a fall before it even happens, a benefit that could quite literally save your life. 2. It trains your body to catch itself before a fall. Consider this staggering statistic. Every 11 seconds, an older American is treated in an emergency room for an injury related to a fall. That isn't just a number, it's a reality that holds people back from living their lives to the fullest. But what if I told you that your body could learn to catch itself before a fall ever occurs? The secret lies not just in muscle, but in something called proprioception. Think of it as your body's internal GPS, a sixth sense that tells your brain where you are in space, how you're moving, and when you're about to lose your footing. And herein lies the magic of the sumo squat. Its wide, low stance simultaneously activates your hip abductors, adductors, glutes, and core, all while challenging your internal balance system. It's more than exercise. It's a full neuromuscular tune-up. While most balance training involves wobble boards or precarious poses, the sumo squat is different. It's grounded, controlled, and repeatable, perfect for anyone over 50 who wants to train their reaction time without risking injury. After just a week of adding this to my morning, I noticed a subtle change. I could put on my socks without instinctively reaching for a wall to steady myself. It's a small thing, yes, but it's that kind of quiet improvement that preserves our independence. Better still, the sumo squat retrains the crucial connection between your hips, knees, and ankles, the very chain of command that determines whether you trip and recover or trip and fall. And because balance is both physical and neurological, you are exercising your body and your brain at the same time. That is anti-aging in its truest form. Next, we'll address an issue that frustrates millions: the stubborn belly fat that seems to appear after 50, and how this Japanese movement can unlock your metabolism in a way you never thought possible. 3. It gently reignites a slowing metabolism right from your core. It's one of the greatest frustrations of aging. You eat the same, you move the same, yet your midsection continues to expand and the scale refuses to budge. This isn't just weight gain. It's a metabolic slowdown, and it affects nearly everyone over 50. But here is something the Japanese have long understood. You don't always need high-intensity workouts to boost your metabolism. What you need is smart, consistent muscle activation, especially in the body's most energy-hungry zones, the hips, thighs, and core. This is exactly what the sumo squat delivers. The wide stance, deep angle, and controlled tempo engage the largest muscle groups in your lower body, which are also your body's biggest calorie burners. When you activate these muscles regularly, even a low-impact movement can trigger a powerful metabolic ripple effect. And, unlike traditional cardio that spikes your heart rate only to let it crash, sumo squats offer a steady, consistent burn, raising your metabolic baseline over time. It's subtle, but it's powerful. Better yet, the squat's posture naturally engages your deep core muscles, your transverse abdominis and obliques, which support your posture and help to tighten your midsection from the inside out. This isn't about getting a six-pack, it's about reclaiming a sense of control over your own body. After 2 weeks of daily practice, I noticed not only that my stomach felt flatter, but that I had more energy throughout the day. And that is the real goal: to feel lighter, more mobile, and less drained. Are you still with me? Good, because next we'll look at how this squat improves something even more vital than muscles or metabolism: your heart and blood flow. This next benefit might just surprise you. 4. It supports heart health without leaving you breathless. We often believe that heart health demands running, biking, or gasping for air in a spin class. And while vigorous cardio is important, not every heart over 50 can or should handle that level of stress. This is where the quiet brilliance of the sumo squat shines. It isn't just a leg exercise. It's a gentle, circulatory booster, designed to get your blood flowing without pushing your heart rate into the danger zone. When you lower into a sumo squat, your body calls upon its largest muscle groups: the glutes, thighs, and hips. These powerful muscles demand oxygen, which in turn signals your heart to pump more efficiently. It's like asking your heart to wake up, but not to panic. In Japan, where low-impact, lifelong movement is woven into the fabric of daily culture, exercises like this are doing quiet cardiovascular work just beneath the surface. They don't leave you drenched in sweat, but they do help keep your arteries flexible, your blood circulating, and your blood pressure in check. And here's a bonus: the slow, controlled breathing you naturally adopt during a sumo squat activates the parasympathetic nervous system. This is your body's rest and restore mode. Think lower stress hormones, reduced inflammation, and even better sleep. I've had followers in their 60s tell me, "I feel like I just went on a walk without ever leaving my living room." That is the power of low-impact movement with a high internal payoff. Coming up, we'll go even deeper. Not into your body, but into your spirit. Because this squat holds one more gift. It can restore your confidence and independence in ways most workouts can't. 5. It rebuilds your confidence from the ground up. As we age, one of the most overlooked forms of loss isn't physical at all. It's confidence. The confidence to move freely, to get up from a chair without needing a hand, to go for a walk without fearing a fall. A quiet hesitation begins to creep into our movements, and before we know it, our world has shrunk, not because of our ability, but because of our fear. Here is the beautiful thing about the sumo squat. It is more than a movement. It is a declaration that your body still belongs to you. When you lower yourself slowly, hold your position with stability, and rise back up using your own strength, even if it's only a few inches at first, you send a powerful message to your brain. I can still do this. And that message begins to echo through other parts of your life. You find yourself rising from the couch with more ease. You climb the stairs without gripping the rail. You carry your groceries without that familiar wobble. Each small action builds what I like to call micro-confidence, and it all adds up. In Japan, this quiet strength is a part of aging with grace. Movement isn't about pushing harder. It's about staying connected, staying capable. That is what the sumo squat gives you. Not just stronger legs, but a renewed sense of independence, one that many people thought was lost forever. Coming up next, I'll walk you through how to perform the sumo squat correctly, safely, and simply, in less than 60 seconds a day. How to do a sumo squat safely and simply. First, stand with your feet wider than shoulder width apart. Turn your toes slightly outward, as if you were preparing to lift something sturdy from the ground. Engage your core, keep your chest held high, and slowly lower your hips down and back, as though you're about to sit on a low, invisible stool. Go as low as is comfortable for you, stopping when your thighs are about parallel to the floor, or even higher if you need to. Pause for a moment, then press firmly through your heels and stand back up with control. Start with just 5 repetitions and gradually work your way up to 15. Feel free to use a chair behind you for extra support and peace of mind. Who should be cautious? If you've had recent knee surgery, suffer from severe joint pain, have hip replacements, or struggle with balance even while standing still, it's best to either use a chair for full support or skip this exercise for now. Always consult your doctor or physical therapist before beginning any new exercise regimen, especially if you are managing a chronic condition. Remember, safety always comes first. Final thoughts. This isn't just a squat, it's a signal to your body that says, I'm still here. You've made it this far and I want to thank you. Not just for watching, but for caring about your health, your independence, and your future. That alone puts you ahead of the game. We often think we need monumental changes, new diets, new gyms, expensive equipment, to make a real difference. But sometimes all it takes is one smart move. One signal to the body that says, hey, I'm not done yet. That's what the sumo squat has been for me. A quiet practice that builds strength without punishment, confidence without ego, and health without overwhelm. Just you, your body, and a few minutes each day. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to begin. Even if it's 5 inches of movement today, it could be 10 tomorrow. If you've been feeling stuck, physically, mentally, or emotionally, I hope this small practice offers you a way back into motion. I would love to hear from you. What part of this resonated with you the most? Will you give the sumo squat a try this week, or perhaps share this with someone who could use a little strength back in their day? Leave a comment below. And if this video brought some value to your life, please consider sharing it with a friend who's ready to take their next step, too. I'll see you in the next one. Stay strong, stay grounded, and never stop showing up for yourself.